for a mission-based business, and our mission is to provide clean air for everyone, everywhere. And our FDA-cleared line of purifiers are really designed to help take the air that's around us that we can't see and make it for a safer, better breathing environment for everybody, anywhere.
Hi, welcome back to another Tech Times exclusive interview. Today, we are speaking with Molekule CEO Jonathan Harris. Jonathan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Chris. Great to be here.
Absolutely. So let's jump right in. Please just give us a good background on yourself as well as Molekule.
Yeah. So I'm a Silicon Valley veteran. I've been various jobs and careers in Silicon Valley, including places like Jawbone, Microsoft, and GoPro. So I was at GoPro for about 7 years, driving its revenue from 19 million to, we went from 19 million to $1 billion in 4 years. So that was quite a ride. Joined here Molekule in June of last year, and really loving it, having a great time. It's great to work for a mission-based business, and our mission is to provide clean air for everyone, everywhere. And our FDA-cleared line of purifiers are really designed to help take the air that's around us that we can't see and make it for a safer, better breathing environment for everybody, anywhere.
Okay, so I know you said you joined in June, but maybe you have an idea as to why the air purifier space.
Yeah, it's amazing. So, I've learned so much since I've been here, but 91% of the world lives under bad air circumstances. So this is not a regionalized, a lot of people think, oh, it's China or it's India. This is a global issue. And part of the problem is the buildings that we've built are hermetically sealed now. So we are in more sealed environments. We have less fresh air. We're pulling it in through an air duct. And then we have chemicals throughout our houses. So you think of furniture or carpet, a lot of those are made of petroleum products or have petroleum products in there, and they actually create off-gassing. So as the chemicals break down, it creates VOCs, which float into the air, which we breathe. And so our Molekule air purifiers help break those VOCs down, and so it creates a cleaner air environment for us.
Okay, so I understand you have, I think it's, how do you say it? PECA, P-E-C-A?
Pico, right. Our devices. Yeah, so this is something interesting as well. So most of the air purifiers on the market are using HEPA filters, and HEPA is great. HEPA was actually developed in World War II, so it's a pretty old technology, and it was originally developed for radiation, helping keep radiation. So you hear of HEPA filters. Pico's a little bit different. It's photoelectrochemical oxidation. So photos like a semiconductor or a solar panel. So when light shines on it, we have our filters have a coating on it, and it creates, when light hits it, it creates a chemical reaction that creates a catalyst, and it creates these free radicals. Basically what they do is they pop up and they eat anything organic, anything with a carbon chain. So not only do we capture pollutants, but we actually destroy them through our Pico technology as well. So we actually, anything such as like mold, we can actually break that down. And we actually break down viruses as well. We just did a test with the University of Nebraska Medical Center where we did an active chamber with human coronavirus in there. And within 1 hour, that human coronavirus was destroyed. So over 99% in 1 hour. So that's the difference between our devices and other devices. Plus, we have pretty amazing styling and design. So it's something you'd really want to have in your home. They look beautiful, and they add to the accent and the decor of your home.
Okay, right, perfect. So you have the filters, but you also supply, obviously, what most people would probably imagine as your, I don't want to say run of the mill, but your what's a good word? Commonly known as an air filter, the setup or a purifier. I'm sorry, the setup type thing. Are these also available for like, larger areas like?
Yeah, so we have two different products. We have one, it's our Mini Plus product. It's good for about 500 square feet.
Okay.
I'd have to do the math to get meters, but 500 square feet. And then we have a larger one, our Air Pro, which is about 1,000 square feet.
Oh,
So
nice.
if you think about it, the Mini Plus works great in a bedroom, or in a small, mid-sized room. And then if you have a larger space, like sort of a great room setup, kitchen family room, the Pro works fantastic in that environment. So we have a couple different devices, and you can pair them up and put more than one together. They're standalone, so literally you just plug it in the wall. We have an app. You pair it up with the app, and off you go.
Okay, actually, that's a great segue. My next question is about the new Air Score, which I think is something that, especially for today's homeowners or even the children of homeowners, it's something when you can connect and actually see data in real time, that's extremely satisfying for one, and also very reassuring that it's actually doing what you want it to do.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's challenging, right? Because we're making the invisible visible, right? And so we're trying to bring that to, water. If you look at water and you see particulates or dirty color in there, you know that that's not good water. It's hard to tell that with air because these are microfine particles. So we've developed a molecule air score. It goes from 1 to 500, 1 being the best. And on our devices, we have sensors. So as we're sensing the air as it's coming in and giving you an air score against various particulates. So we look at VOCs, we look at relative humidity and other factors to create an air score that shows you what's happening with the air you're breathing in your home. So this is our first phase in helping to bring the invisible visible. It's really exciting for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, when I was doing my research, I found the new Air Score, and just I'm kind of obviously I do a tech podcast type thing, whatever it is. But when I seen that, I was like, just that particular feature that I can actually monitor. It's no different than a diet. You monitor what you eat. Why not monitor what you breathe?
That's exactly right. And so we see outdoor air scores. There's different people, so you can, even in your app and weather now, it shows your outdoor air quality. But what's happening in the indoor, and we can't necessarily control as individuals what's happening in the outdoor. But this is the path to help create and create good air for yourself in your house or business or whatever it may be. So we have everyone from consumers using this to small restaurants, hotels, and even large companies using this to create a better, safer environment and healthier breathing for your guests, for us, for really everybody.
Right. And does this have any impact on, say, pet dander, like for those with allergies?
Yeah, absolutely. The product's great. It grabs the pet dander and breaks that down. Even things like, it's pretty funny as we start looking through it. We break down cockroach dander, which I did not realize cockroaches had dander, but they do. So we take all the particulates that are in the air that we cannot see, and break those down. So really great for allergies. Another big one, I mentioned it earlier, is mold. And mold is more prevalent than we think. And we actually capture that and break that down. And mold is very, very hard to break down, just because the nature and how it's designed. But we actually break mold down as well. So if you're living in a more damp climate, where mold is more prevalent, this is a fantastic product for you as well as seasonal allergies and things like that. And we have a lot of customers who suffer from asthma, who really feel like they're breathing better due to our devices. So we're very thankful for our amazing customers that give us incredibly strong feedback. Positive.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I think this is when I have conversations like this, it makes me wonder why I don't already have one. It's like it seems like a no-brainer, really. Like, why not? Why would you not have one? So with that being said, where can people get your products?
Yeah, super exciting. So we're available anywhere in North America, but we've recently launched into Europe as well. So you can find us at Molekule, that's Molekule with a K, .uk and Molekule.eu. So we have our mini and our pro devices for sale throughout all of Europe now, which is very exciting for us. And we're excited. And to your earlier point, why doesn't everyone have one of these? And I would say, up until, before the pandemic, I think those people who had bad allergies or asthma were very aware of the air. The rest of us may not have been, right? Because we didn't know that much about what the particulates were in the air. Well, what we've learned over the last 24 months is there's quite a bit floating around in the air, and we need to do all we can to protect ourselves and give ourselves better, pure air. You think of the time and effort you do to make sure you have clean drinking water. Well, you can go 3 days without water. How long can you hold your breath?
Right. That's a very good point.
It turns out breathing is a pretty important part of our lives, and frankly, it's one we probably take for granted. So, thanks to people like you, you're helping us spread our word of providing clean air to people everywhere. So it's very, very exciting.
It is. It's anytime you hear, as an average person, I hear, anything about filters, you immediately think HEPA. But like you said, it's been around for, whatever, it's been 50, 60 years or whatever. So Pico is like the next, would it be fair to say, evolution of air filters?
Yeah, filtration evolved, absolutely. Yeah, and so it's exciting. I mean, we have 25 years of science behind that Pico technology. So it was actually developed for one of our founders who had bad asthma. His father is a scientist and developed this for his home to help his son live a better life because he was very affected by allergies. And it's taken sort of 25 years to develop the technology, and over the last 4 or 5, we brought our first products to market. And now this is our second phase of really going out to the rest of the world. We've been primarily focused on the U.S., and now this gives us an opportunity to branch out to go to a larger audience. A couple more things on the new that we talked about the air score, but the new features we're rolling out. Not only do we show an air score, but we are also showing what's in the air, such as VOCs, levels of CO2, which is pretty exciting. So we're showing you not only an overall air score, but what is in your air to help explain that as well. And another big reason that this is great is we have auto protect mode in our devices. Okay. And because we have sensors we're testing, and with the auto protect mode and our sensors and this new software that we're releasing, we can actually train the devices to clean better. So auto protect works more effectively as well. So it's cleaning the air for you. You don't have to think about it. So for example, a lot of times if you're cooking a stir fry, you're creating a lot of chemicals in the air.
Right.
So sometimes you'll hear, the molecule really turn up. And what that's doing is it's actually taking those chemicals and those particulates out of the air, the smokes and whatnot that you've created, and turning that back into clean air. So we're actually, helping our devices get smarter and clean better for you, so you don't have to think about it.
Right, and that's the beautiful thing about the time, the day of age that we live in now is a lot of things are just that, like, there's something that does it for you, so you don't have to think about it. And it feels like finally now there's something for the air, and as a, also as a consumer, and there's, obviously everyone's a consumer, and there's going to be quite a few people watching this. My question would be, what's the average lifespan of the filter, or,
Oh yeah, so the filters are designed to be changed every 6 months.
Oh wow, that's nice. 6 months is good.
Yeah, so the devices themselves are honestly like an appliance. They'll last years and years and years. But we want you to replace the filters every 6 months because of the Pico process. It's a reaction, right? And so we want to make sure that we have the Pico filters fresh and it's doing all it can. So we actually remind you every 6 months hey, time to get a new filter, not only on the app, but on the device itself. So we give that customer feedback to keep the customer up to date on that as well. So every 6 months on the filter.
Right. I would say 6 months is absolutely expected. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything more or less. Honestly, 6 months is good.
Yeah, it's honestly it's easier than changing the oil in your car, right? And the process is unbelievably easy. The devices have been designed not only for beautiful style and design, it's something you'd want to have in your home, but also really easy to interact with. So when you're changing your filter, it's literally a touch of a button, and you just drop a new filter in, and you're off, and you're working again. So a lot of thought in the industrial design and the styling of the product as well, and the usability of the product.
Right. Well, that's fantastic. So, what would you say, as if you're not doing enough already? What would you say is next for Molekule?
Honestly, what's next is we're continuing to evolve Pico to make it better, because we know that we can continue to drive that technology. We want to make sure that our product is more accessible, and that means making the product available to more people around the world. So those are really the two big things that we're working on: is how do we continue to evolve the technology while making it backwards compatible to our existing devices, and then opening up and sharing the story of Pico around the world. And that's why we need people such as yourselves at Tech Times helping us spread this word, because it's a process, right? And helping educate people on the importance of what they breathe, just as it was, probably 10 years ago, as we were really thinking about the importance of what we're drinking, or even the food that we're putting in our body, right? The clean food movement. So we look at air as the next frontier, if you will, of clean and pure. And then we want to be at the forefront of that.
Absolutely. I think now, probably more than ever, clean air is the utmost priority for most people. I would imagine, with God knows what virus floating through the air, it's nice to have
And
something.
yeah, exactly. And there's something we can all do about it to take care of ourselves. So that's the nice part, is where there are now solutions to do self-care and self-help on this, which is hugely important. So it's great.
Right, absolutely. Well, Jonathan, we are unfortunately out of time, but I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today. And I'm going to look into ordering one of these, honestly, because I mean, why not?
Why not? Exactly, Chris. And thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Great to get to know you. And I look forward to talking to you again soon, I hope.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime the red carpet is rolled out for yourself as well as Molekule as a company, please feel free to come back, and we'll definitely do this again.
We'll stay in touch. Absolutely, Chris. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jonathan.